You're right guys, Nathan here, welcome back to a new video. And today we're going to be doing another episode of Silver to Gold FIFA 17 player predictions. This time we're going to be moving on to the LIGA. I said I may do a part 2 for BPL, but I feel I should do another league first. But the problem is I don't really know much about other leagues, apart from players that have perhaps moved into that league that I know who are good. So yeah, if you want me to do Bundesliga next, BPL next, another perhaps the Liga one I'm going to do today, or just some random players, let me know in the comments below. And yeah, so I hope that I've got some of these predictions correct. If any people who watch the Liga are out there, if you think some of them are so silver, if you think I've under predicted some of them, just comment and you can tell me the truth, because I'm just picking players that I think are good. And judging my performances last season and moves elsewhere suggest that they justify this this upgrade. So we're going to be moving on to the first player, which is going to be SISTO. Plays for Celta Vigo, moved from Midtjylland, I think. Yeah, scorers Man United in the Europa League, I think, and I think overall he had a good season for Midtjylland. I don't know how you say their name. I really don't. But yeah, I think they finished high on the table. I'm not too sure. I just may have read that somewhere. And yeah, I think he will be a goal, to be honest, because one can presume from the fact that the lead tour has left him onto Man City, he's got to be his replacement, and it's not a bad one, to be honest. You know, when you didn't go for much money, you know, in the grand comparison of players who are his age and have gone for 40 million, you know, 13.5 million I think he went for. So they obviously didn't have enough money to splash out on someone quite big, and probably had to improve other areas of their squad, because, you know, not like a mid-table Spanish club is going to sell a player for 13 mil every day. But yeah, I think he'll be a decent replacement. Maybe he'll be like a 74 rated, but I've predicted him, you know, to be a gold, and I think he'll be quite an important player at the start of the year for players using the Liga teams. You know, you can imagine being like almost 400 coin players in the web app, like a lot of these players are going to be. And yeah, I definitely think he'll be used a lot at the start of the game. May have 4-star skills. He has a good physical as well, and a bit of good shooting. So he'll probably be one of the best starter players to use on the right hand side, especially in the Liga where there aren't actually that many anymore. You know, Faguli's gone. And he was a good cheap player to use last year. Anyway, moving on. Next we've got Crane Vitter, plays for Seville on loan from Atletico. Moved mid-season to Atletico, played 8 games I think, and he's gone on into Seville. You can only imagine he's going to be gold, because, you know, predicted before he moved to Atletico to be that he was 74, and now you just got to imagine that going on loan to a very good league side, that he's going to get that gold card. Predicted him, I think, 76 or somewhere around there. Going to be a really good budget CDM to use for like the start of the game, maybe a filler player. Again, one of those 300 coin players that I'm talking about, he's going to get cheap and he'll do a job. Hopefully he'll have like 70 shooting as well to make him that bit more usable. And yeah, he'll fill in a role, especially in teams with, of course, like if you're playing a 4-2-3-1 or something, the wide one, where, you know, you want those CDMs who can do it all. Anyway, that's about it for him. I don't know much about him. You know, I know he played 8 games, he moved to Atletico, but hopefully he'll do a job there for Seville, and we'll see him a gold next year. Next up, Andone. Remember this guy from the Euros? Probably don't, because Romania went out in the group stages, but apparently he had a good season for, I think, Cordoba in Liga Adelante. Got the move to Deportivo. I can only imagine that he'll be an either very high rated silver or 75 rated gold, like I predicted him. I may have like sort of overestimated these stats because I just want them to look good, and I reckon I've sort of been even with this guy. You know, pace upgrades don't happen like that often because players don't increase in speed. You know, they usually stay the same and their shooting goes up or something. Something that's actually more technical than speed, I guess. But yeah, I hope this guy is a good cheap player. I probably won't use him again. You probably might fill in a few games. You know, if I have to sub in a player off the bench or got a suspension in the striker role. I can't imagine him be using them much. He'll probably be one of those players who pops up in your starter team and you know, he may use because he's got 79 pace, like I predicted on his card. But nonetheless, I think that he will be, you know, one of those ignored players by the time we get to like Christmas in the game. Anyway, moving on to a very good young actual Sevilla player this time, not online, and it's going to be KOLODZIEJCZAK, French bloke from Seville. Silver this year, played a few games last year, should be going up to a gold this year, and a very good one as well. This is one you're going to be seeing definitely in the start teams because of his pace and his like all-round stats, you know, being very good. I personally like defenders with good passing. I cannot stand, like, especially lots of Serie A defenders. It's where you have to like pass the ball out and just give it away. It really gets to me, and it just really pisses me off, you know, because I can't pass the fucking ball. And with that 70 passing, I think I predicted him to have, I think he'll be, you know, one of those solid players you can actually rely on with the ball. He also have quite high pace for a centre back, so I definitely imagine you'll be seeing this player a lot, or you may be even using him. He might even be up, his price might even be inflated because of the amount of people who are going to use him. I don't really have any solid stats on him. I don't think he played in the Europa League final against Liverpool, from what I can remember, but then again, he is still a promising player. I bought him on a career mode a few years back and used him then. I can't remember how good he was or not. But anyway, moving on to the number one, it's got to be the one and only MUNIR. On loan at Valencia, but the most important thing about this guy is he should be a striker. Bought in to replace Paco Alcacer, who is a striker. He's not going to be a right winger at Barcelona, is he? I honestly don't know why Barcelona signed him either, because like, do they need a backup striker? They seem to like sign loads of players from, you know, Spanish clubs and then try and use them. And in the case of Tehran, it doesn't really work out very well because they sort of overflood the positions. Anyway, I hope to the love of God this guy is a striker, because he'll be so good. Like that pace, you know, the dribbling, the shooting. He'll be a bit weak, but you know, if you play him, especially at the start of the game against players with, you know, not necessarily fast centre backs, he'll just absolutely tear a manoeuvre, and he'll be quite expensive because he might have 4-star skill moves as well. So I hope that he's a striker again, but the amount of money you'll have to shell out for him could be quite high as well. But I reckon one of those players, once time you reach mid-game, you know, January, he'll be about 1k, so you'll be able to pick him up then. Again, this is not about necessarily starter players, it's just about players I think will be gold next year. He's a 73 rated silver right now, right winger, and I hope that he'll be a gold for all of us to enjoy, and all of us to hate at the same time when we're defending. Anyway, thank you for watching, hope it's been insightful. Remember to drop a comment down below who you want me to do next, what league, you want me to make any different prediction videos. I had one lined up, the reverse of this, so players who are going down to silver. I've sort of drafted the players for the BPL, so you may see that soon. Other than that, that's going to be it. Ratings should be revealed soon, so we might do a breakdown of some of the good players. There's a guy actually who is got 90 physical and 82 pace, who plays for Hearts in the SPL. He's read the list a few hours ago. Top 10 physical players. Great rating reveal as well, I know. It's pissing me off with their slow reveals. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.